This is just a recap of what we did last week together. So first of all, I'd like to go ahead and thank you, Tim. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Jim. Thank you to the entire management staff and also to the sales team and the BDC team and the service team as well for allowing me to come alongside of you and help you all put together strategies and processes and action plans so that we can build your business and build what you're doing over there at Kelly Ford. I'd like to welcome Tim Rice to the team. It was great sitting down together with him. We were able to introduce him to the team, to the BDC team, as well as create his usernames, logins, and different passwords for him to maximize using those different programs so that he can get in there, dig through the leads with the team as well. We went into a couple of processes, strategy plans, inbound calls, outbound calls, different scenarios so that we can figure out how to maximize what we're going to be doing there. And Tim has a library of resources, and he is just full of some awesome strategies and tactics and methodologies that he can institute. He's going to turn that place on fire. His energy, his enthusiasm, everything was great. He was received well to the team, and it was just a really good time. So we're looking forward to what Tim's going to be doing there. As well, also, we went through and discovered many things while we were there during the week. We discovered in the beginning of the week that there was milestones and business rules that were set up and some that weren't set up, but the way that it was all set up was limiting maximum results for the store. So in doing that and in discovering that, we were able to go ahead and add additional automated emails as well as milestones that created activities and to-dos to prompt the salespeople and the BDC reps and the managers to engage with the customer throughout that 63 days, no contact with the customer, okay? We also discovered the store visit and the contacted and the demo and the write-up status campaigns were not turned on. So we turned those on, we made some adjustments there also. This helps so that it can create to-dos and activities for the salespeople, BDC reps, and managers to stay engaged with the customer in that follow-up process. This is going to, again, instill a campaign and a follow-up process now that allows for us to stay in contact with the customer, and not just by us saying in our mind, oh, well, I have to call that customer back, but now it's going to prompt us through our daily to-dos and our activities. Now, we discovered that the 1 year, 2 year, and the 3 year follow-up campaign or happy anniversary after the sale was not turned on, so we turned those on and we made sure that the emails were adjusted properly for that as well. Then we also went into the campaigns and business rules and saw that the service ones weren't utilized as well, so we turned those on too. When the sale happens, 18 to 22 weeks after the sale, the customer's going to be getting an email from the service director reminding them of their first service appointment that should be coming up at that time. Also, we turned on the campaign where if they decline a service, whether it's tires or it's repair for brakes or whatever it might be, wiper blades, whatever it might be, rotation of tires, then what's going to happen is 7 days after they decline those services or they deny that they want those services done, an automated email will go out re-engaging with the customer, thanking them again for their business, and then asking them again to come back in and utilize now a 10% discount if they still would like to get those services done 7 days after they've declined. We also turned on a service campaign that allows for after 6 months to 1 year of no service in our department, it would be an email that goes out just re-engaging that customer to try and get them back in. I also sat with the sales team and also the BDC and went through follow-up strategies. We showed them how to go into their daily checkout reports, which all of them have access to, and they can now break through all the different areas in the buckets that are within there. In other words, there was the areas that had their clients in contacted status, store visit status, demo status, write-up status, pending F&I status, sold status, and unqualified status. So what I did was showed them how they can go through each one of them. For example, if one of them had 30 people in their contacted status but haven't been able to bring them to the next level in the store, go through them. See if we can get them on the phone. Turn it over to a manager. Let a manager call them. Try to get some engagement happening so we can generate that to the next step. The next thing we did was we were able to go into the BDC reps folders as well. look at the appointments that were set that no-showed. Go through the ones that didn't show because it had a category or a bucket that said no-show. You click on it. Now you look at all the no-shows within the last month. Let's call them back up. Let's see if we can get them back in. Continue to work that pipeline and see if we can maximize bringing them to the next step. Getting a manager involved as well. Another big discovery was going through the mobile app. When we went into the mobile app for DealerSocket, we discovered that many of the sales reps were very frustrated because as they were trying to go in there and call customers, it wouldn't work properly. So they really wouldn't work off their phone. And this is a very big piece to helping be proficient and maximizing their day when they're standing outside. So now what we discovered was that there was no path for the phone in order for it to go out to the customer. We fixed it. We got all the sales reps on board now. We showed each one of them. They can all click to call and they know how to use it. We also set up all the manager desks and also all the BDC desks to do the same. Why is this important? The click to call, then when you press it through the click to call, whether it's mobile or through the desktop, it rings to the sales reps or BDC reps or manager's phone. Then we pick the phone up and then it starts calling the customer. When the conversation is completed, it takes the file, puts it into a link, and drops it inside the customer event. Now we can click on that and we can also see all of the outbound calls that were made for the customers, okay? This is good, so now we can listen to the customer's conversation with our reps and we can coach them. Also, if there's a customer that has, they're not happy or they had a bad experience and now they said, we said this or we didn't say that, we can listen to the conversation and then we can see exactly what we said, okay? So this is really important. We found this, we discovered this, and this is a win for us. The other thing too is that we also saw that many of the salespeople had opportunities and tasks that were 500, 200, 1,000 for them to do. Those are numbers that can be deflating. They can't climb that mountain every day. So what we did was we cleaned out all of the stuff that was in there that could be cleaned out. Customers that were still open, but no activity was done within the last 6 months, we were able to clear all that stuff out. So everybody's clean now, and everybody's able to work their folders with a fresh work and knowing that everything that's in there is live stuff. These were great discoveries. This helped us set up strategies. This helped us put in processes. This is putting us in a position for long-term success, okay? So I'm very excited to see what Tim does. I'm very excited to see what we do in May, and I look forward to seeing all of you again on May 11th.